So previously, if you remember, we talked about spontaneous devotional service and regulated devotional service. Vedi sadhana bhakti and Raghanuga sadhana bhakti. Now, Vedi sadhana bhakti you understand, right? All of you are understanding what is Vedi sadhana, Vedi sadhana bhakti. So, what is the understanding about Vedi sadhana bhakti? That okay, I think Raju Prabhu has come. You can update that and then Raju Prabhu and Niranjan. They are here. And I think Omkareshwar was also there. You can update.
Sorry, today class was.
So, yeah. So now the point is, see, sadhana bhakti we are doing, that is easy to understand. But what is Raganuga sadhana? If bhakti is spontaneous, then why it is sadhana? Why there is a practice? This question comes in your mind or not? What is Raganuga sadhana? What is Raganuga sadhana? See, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give the love which nobody else in this world has given, which no one in this world has given before. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give that love to us. Now, why this love is not been given? Now, just think. See, this concept was even covered in the Utkarsha camp. Now, just think how do devotees of Lord Ramchandra love Lord Ram? Yes, can you say how devotees of Lord Ramchandra love Lord Ram?
Dasya mode.
Yes, Prince Prabhu.
By serving Lord Ram means in the by serving Lord Ram.
By serving Lord Ram. But how do they serve Lord Ram?
Like they consider Lord Ram as a master, their master.
Whether it is Lakshman, whether it is Sita, whether it is Hanuman. So the mood is of master. Only Mother Sita's and Madhurya Bhava there, but Lakshman also is in a Dasya Bhava. Those brother was in a Dasya Bhava. So Hanumanji is also in Dasya Bhava. If you see. So these are all the rasas there, and they have a lot of awe and reverence. Like Hanumanji will not, Lord Ram call Hanuman, Hanuman, you come and sit with me. But Hanuman did not sit with Lord Ram. He sat at the feet of Lord Ram because he want to be have Dasya Bhakti, a servant of Lord Ram, who Hanuman. Now, in the same way, if you see, Hanuman is doing, but the Vrajavasis and Lord Narayan people have a great respect. But the Vrajavasis, when they are in Vrindavan, how do Krishna deal with the Vrajavasis? Krishna deals Vrindavan as a whole. Krishna think Vrindavan to be his home. Just like when you go home, what kind of dress you wear in Vrindavan, in your home? Yes, can you? What kind of dress you wear at home?
Casual dress.
Casual dress. So Krishna or casual in Vrindavan? See, it's called Natavar Vapu. कर्ण कर्णिकार मोस्टली ऊपर में बस केवल एक उतरी रहेगी he won't wear mukut and all that and he will wear forest flowers, right? It's a very formal dress or not? Oh sorry, casual dress or not, like home? At home, you go and eat anything. So Krishna in Vrindavan will eat anything from any house. And at home, you don't deal very formally with people. जैसा मन में है वैसा deal करते हो. You feel very free. And like that, Krishna feels very free in Vrindavan because Vrindavan is his home. The relationships are very natural and flow. So that and in home, everybody loves you, isn't it? In home, when you go, everyone loves you or not, and that's why you feel home there. And so that's what in Vrindavan everybody loves Krishna, and Krishna feel Vrindavan to be his home. So this understanding of Supreme Lord, the feeling is what is Vrindavan consciousness, right? Is what Vrindavan consciousness. Okay. So that is what is of so much importance in, in life about Krishna consciousness. So when we are taking, so when devotees want to love Krishna without any awe and reverence, just intimacy with love, and that love is found only in Vrindavan. And only when Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, there are 1,000 yuga cycles once in a day of Brahma. Only when Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, what happens? Krishna gives this, Krishna comes and performs this pastimes in Vrindavan. So Lord Narayan doesn't have a Vrindavan Leela. Lord Ram doesn't have Vrindavan Leela. Only Krishna alone has Vrindavan Leela. So to develop that kind of love, what Vrajavasis have, we need Raghanuga sadhana. And that is different between Vedi sadhana. So to develop love for Lord Vishnu, you require Vedi sadhana bhakti. You do Vedi sadhana bhakti, you can go to Vaikuntha very easily. But unless you do Raghanuga sadhana, you cannot go to Golok Vrindavan. Why? Because if you are very now when you go before the deity, what do? You pay obeisances before the deity. So many of we do or not do there. But in Vrindavan, have you seen anybody offering obeisances to Krishna? So there only people love the Lord is spontaneous love. Only love is the key in Vrindavan. They only love Krishna. They don't have any other thing. And they are ready to do anything for Krishna. That is Golok Vrindavan. So to love Krishna without any formality and without any restriction, without any own reverence, is called spontaneous love. Which Vajrashi so. And to practice that kind of love is called Raghanuga sadhana. Is that understandable or not? That kind of love is called Raghanuga sadhana. And in the evening, I will speak more about this Raghanuga sadhana. Now I will talk about the journey of a devotee in Krishna consciousness with example of Alex. So this is a allegorical story written by Shivram Maharaj in Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani to show how a devotee makes progress in Krishna consciousness. Right? So the ascent of devotion So Alex journey from a disillusioned university student to a perfected spiritual master, a complete timeline. A complete timeline mapping a human life to the ancient Gaudiya Vaishnava science of consciousness, elevation from unknowing acts to pure ecstatic love. This is Alex journey. So we'll see how Alex rises from Ado Shraddha to Prema in his journey. Right? So he's in a foreign country. He's a disillusioned computer science student, distress over poor grades and breakup. Accidentally buys a pamphlet from chanting monks, leading to reading Bhagavad Gita. So first, what happened? He just saw the kirtan. That is like and purchased the book. It is like Ajna Sukri. Now turning to God in a distressed condition is Karmeshwar Bhakti. And fixing faith through logical study of divinity. Gyan Mission Bhakti. So now, what Alex start doing? He start associating with devotees. Alex frequents the temple, restaurant, eating offered food, and deeply questions the devotee Pushta Krishna. So he had little Shraddha. He purchased the book, right? So other Shraddha started. Now Sadhu Sangha started. So because of association with Pushta Krishna, he started to chant, became vegetarian, rises early. But one day what happened? A Hindu priest came and he started preaching about Karma Kand. That you do Karma Kand, why are you doing all this there? So his faith got shaken and he has spoken something about ISKCON. ISKCON, just people are what they're teaching. They're not teaching Hindu proper thing. You should do follow, worship the Devatas, do all these things, have a nice life because parents are worried. So they told the priest to speak. But what happens? He briefly returned to dating. And so now what happened? Again, he was becoming devotee. So his practicing became lax. So again, he went into Maya. Again, he went to Maya and started dating with the girl. And while he was dating with a girl, with his girlfriend, suddenly Pushta Krishna Prabhu came, his mentor. And that again opened him. And he understood, I am in Maya, what am I doing? So this is the journey of Alex started. Right? So he briefly returns to dating before spotting Pushta Krishna restaurant, instantly realizing, I am in Maya. So now he started to participate. So start reading Bhagavad Gita with Pushta Krishna Prabhu. So realizing God is a supreme person through systematic study of Ishopanishad and the Bhagavatam, he shaves his head, moves to the farm, and takes up intense austerity like distributing books on the street. By strictly following regulated devotion, very sadhana bhakti, he gains control of his mind and senses, and he takes initiation. Right? He takes initiation, receiving the name Achyutananda Das. So there's another devotee with him called Gaurahari. So when he went, now I will show you another PPT. I'll complete the story. So this Alex was a wonderful boy. He met the devotees. He started becoming a devotee. But when a Hindu priest came, that Hindu priest shaken his faith, due to which Alex stopped going to the temple and he just started dating. And that time Pushta Krishna Prabhu made. So again, Alex became serious. Right? And now what happened when Alex became serious? Now we'll little bit read about it. Yeah. So this piece, when Tilokesha Mishra had come, he stopped visiting the temple, eating at the restaurant, but he could not give up reading Prabhupada books or chanting on his beats. He continued doing this thing at home, I believe with less enthusiasm than before. Even began to woo an attractive Gujarati girl who was in his class. One day, as he and his new girlfriend dined at an Indian restaurant, Krishna Kishore walked through the door with an armful of books. He greeted Alex warmly and, after delivering a set of proper books to the restaurant manager, presented Alex with the newest Back to Godhead magazine. He then invited him to visit the temple. See, he did not, Pusta Krishna would not say, "You're in Maya, you're with girlfriend." He didn't say anything. For some reason, Alex could not quite explain, he felt ashamed. He looked at the door through which his devotee friend left and then at his new girlfriend, Sunita. His face flushed as he realized, "I'm in Maya." Although Alex had just begun his practice, Krishna did not forget his service, even though done neglectfully. He thus arranged for Pushta Krishna to meet Alex, again inspired him to surrender further. So Alex resumed his regular visit to the temple, but this time he attended with Sunita. So his girlfriend Sunita also had gone to the temple. She was an avowed demigod worshipper, and the exchanges between her and Pusta Krishna intrigued Alex. What intrigued him most were their arguments about whether, in the ultimate issue, God was personal or impersonal. He felt that his intelligence was at the center of center of tug of war. So, see, Alex is not arguing, but the girlfriend was arguing, and his attachment to Sunita was on side, and his respect for Pusta Krishna on other side. He had to decide for himself. So he dove headlong into a study of Prabhupada books, Sri Upanishad, second canto Bhagavata, at last Krishna book. Within a month, he had no doubt that God was the Supreme Person was Krishna, and that in his original form, Krishna was a coward who enjoyed pastimes of love and Vrindavan. This is the answer without a doubt, he concluded. And he found himself wanting to be like Pusta Krishna. He wanted to give this priceless knowledge to others. As Alex gazed admiringly at a picture of Sri Prabhupada, he felt an overwhelming sense of obligation and love for his divine grace. "You saved me. You gave me a reason to live, a reason to die." And Prabhupada smiled back. And this was Alex's first spiritual experience. Prabhupada, who had left this world before Alex was born, was present in his photo. From that formal portrait, Sri Prabhupada showed his pleasure with Alex by smiling. When Alex saw that smile, he felt as if the whole world was pleased with him. He had never felt so good. He wanted to feel this way forever. More, he wanted the whole world to feel this way. Right? And implicit faith in Prabhupada's teaching and Alex's systematic study of them brought Alex to the stage of surrender, a commitment to Lord Chaitanya's mission. As an instructing a spiritual master for all his followers, Sri Prabhupada bestows mercy on the new recruit, mercy that gave him the strength to act on his commitment. So Alex was 21 when he received his first book, and 24 when he enrolled in the 3-month introductory course. So what is this introductory course? And then his parents went there. His parents ragged, begged, and cajoled. Sunita cried and offered to marry him. Tilokesha Mishra even visited the farm where Haridas, the temple president, politely but soundly defeated the Brahmana's argument. Alex was resolute. He now had a clear purpose in life. He wanted to please Krishna by pleasing his representative, especially Srila Prabhupada. So none of his relatives, friends, or countries could budge him from the resolve. Right? So, how the Alex journey is going, from Sadhu Sangha to taking come to the three form. Okay. Like this, what happened in all devotees' case, how they begin. And here he has become so fixed up. His parents are also coming. Sunita also came, but he didn't want to give it up. So temple program was not new to Alex. He had lived in the temple for as many as 3 days at a time, but he had never intended to stay. So after the early morning cold shower, he tried to follow the meaning of the hymns sung at Mangalarti, Tulsi Aarti, and Guru Puja. It was a lot to take in at once. He found the Japa period rewarding and the Shrimad Bhagavatam class stimulating. But most invigorating was breakfast. He had never enjoyed eating quite like this. Right? The fruit, cereal, and milk were the same ingredient his mother served, but when offered to Krishna, their taste was special. Alex became conscious of the farm Radha and Krishna deities through the effect they had on the food offered to them. Although he had seen Gaunitai downtown and Radha Krishna at farm, somehow their presence had not registered with him. The impact of their divinity dawned him more and more as he engaged in committed service to them. This service has begun with his tongue, with tasting the remnants of the food offered to the Lordship. Thus, to neophyte, the significance of devotional activities such as deity worship, for instance, that Krishna is present in the deity is not appreciated in the beginning, but grows as they advance. The first day was filled with classes on Srila Prabhupada books, devotional life, and the culture of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. There was lunch, another unforgettable experience, time for rest, and a few hours for chanting. In the minibus that drove the devotees back from Harinam Sankirtan, Alex met a married couple, George and Sheila, who had joined a few weeks earlier. They had gone with art student where George was out, and George was outgoing, a joke a minute. Sheila was grave and demure. When they entered the temple for Gaunarti, George engaged Alex in kind of boisterous dancing that made Alex abandon all ambition and better taste the nectar of holy name. And Alex, who did not mix easily with people, had found a friend, or rather, a friend had found him. After evening Bhagavad Gita class and supper, the man retired to their quarters, the woman to their, like away in the darkness. Alex thought about the day's event. It had been exciting. I wonder how many days it will take for me to become a pure devotee. He wondered. He had rarely slept anywhere elsewhere than his own room at his parents' home, and it took some time for him to fall asleep. When he did, he dreamed of devotees, Kirtan, and the deities. It was all very wonderful. And most day of the introductory course were like the first day, and when the course was complete, there were many similar days in what Alex's place of service, the downtown preaching center. But during his first year of service, something happened to Alex's initial enthusiasm and clear purpose. Day by day, his habits and desires from the life he had left behind, feelings he had thought were gone for good, gradually crept back into his consciousness. In addition, his normal attentiveness in japa, class, and personal study was being undermined by unbecoming thoughts, drowsiness, and petty distractions. Alarmed by what he perceived in himself, Alex approached his mentor, Pustak Krishna, and revealed his mind. So his habits, everything, were gone for good. And he forgot his girlfriend. And something happened, clear purpose. And Pustak Krishna said, remain strict in your practice and persevere, your time will come. Okay. And there were some distractions, like anarthas coming in his heart. So he discussed. And Alex was comforted, the anarthas will go away, don't worry. There are obstacles which are coming. So he had faith in Pustak Krishna Prabhu, whose guidance already helped him overcome many difficulties. Alex was confident it would continue to do so now in the future. And such steadiness has 6 symptoms. Anishita Bhajan Kriya, Ghanataral, Patipati, Apradutta, Bhakti. Such leaving the introductory program, Alex had been engaged in temple services such as washing kitchen, pots, cleaning the building, and doing the men's laundry. It was menial service. It is rewarding. Alex felt especially good when he was on his hands and knees scrubbing the bathroom floor. Still, his mind sometimes roam. This is undeserving of a university student with a 140 IQ. Still, he persevered. And George was always there, never far away, having become a better waiter in the restaurant. He would always raise Alex's spirit with humor and good advice. George and Alex shared a common secret desire as well. They both wanted to distribute books. They served, watched, and listened to the book distributors when they returned from their book distribution on the streets or door to door. Both friends wanted to dive in the deep ocean nectar, and with the book distribution, obviously swimming. When because of that desire, they could no longer fix their minds on the space services, George and Alex nervously asked the can we become book distribution? Yes, came the answer. But first, give me some time to find someone else to do your services. There. So the taste of book distribution surpassed Alex's expectation. Despite the intense austerities he had to perform in order to do it, the taste fueled his desire to study proper books even more than he had done before joining the temple. When Alex applied what he read, for example, Proper's guidelines on regulated devotional service, he gained increased mastery over his mind and senses. This experience boosted his faith in the scripture and devotional process, and he became very serious about his spiritual life. While Alex was dividing into ocean of knowledge contained in proper books, George was feasting on the ecstasy of book distribution. In this way, the two friends delighted in Krishna consciousness. One evening, while chatting over prasadam, they both came to the same conclusion: we should get initiated. By strictly following the principle of regulated devotional service, Alex was able to control the urges of the mind, belly, and genitals, even while impurity in his heart. This gave him great faith in the potency of the rules and regulations. Devotees serious about advancement, who understand the principles of devotion, are naturally inclined to commit themselves to decided session to the process of spiritual initiation. Senior devotee regularly visited both the preaching center and the farm. Alex had listened to and observed the behavior of these Vaishnavas. Many were exemplary. Some, by his limited perception, were less than ideal. He had heard about senior devotees initiating spiritual masters, eventing both the disciples and Krishna consciousness. He wanted to make the right choice. He had already accepted Pusta Krishnapur as a Shiksha Guru, but Pusta Krishnapur would not and could not accept disciple in the presence of his own spiritual master, Govind Maharaj. Alex found a Vaishnava in which he could place his full faith. Alex was drawn especially to Govind Maharaj's strict adherence to devotional principle and his very classic representation of Srila Prabhupada's teaching. Okay. So what we understood till now, you're getting the flow of the story. So are you finding your journey quite similar? So Alex closely associated with Govind Maharaj for a year and traveled as Maharaj's servant for 3 months. So at the end of this time, Alex's initial impression was solidly confirmed and he asked for and received initiation during the Gautami festival. And now Alex's new name was Achyutananda Das. Same way, George and Vaishila had been initiated a little earlier by Bhakti Prabhava Swami, an Indian sannyasi well thought for his discourses on Krishna's pastime and his sweet singing of Vaishnava song. Their new names are Gaur Haridas and Shilavati Dasi. Both disciple and spiritual masters should be fit and they should got to know each other close association. So Pusta Krishna was a natural choice as Diksha Guru for Alex, who had complete faith in him, but etiquette forbade Pusta Krishna from accepting disciple the physical presence of Diksha. So Alex had faith in the potential for the regulation of devotional service, so accepted Govind Maharaj, a guru for him embodied commitment to the rules and regulations. And Gaur Hari, also a strict devotee, found his primary inspiration in Krishna from the taste he got from teaching and kirtan. Now, Achyutananda Das got second initiated. So he became a second initiated devotee, and now Achyutananda Das became a senior devotee. And he would give many guidance. And he started to know the meaning of Gayatri mantras, and all this happened. And he was talking with Gaur Hari, now how to improve bhakti. Then Gaur Hari gave an example that when you do Tulsi worship, what do you think during the Tulsi worship? When you're doing Tulsi worship, what do you think? You say, yes, we Tulsi worship. But see, are you praying to spiritual world? Please engage me in service of Radha and Krishna. So he started to explain. And that helped. Okay, do you know bhakti, what meaning? Achyutananda gave the translation, and indeed he realized the Vishnu Bhakti spoken Tulsi Kirtan meant the Vraj Bhakti of the gopis. He was too embarrassed to say what he thought. All these years I am authored his verse and never took to heart. Gaur Hari left it at that. He knew and the word to the advice of Achyutananda was enough. That Achyutananda couldn't sleep. He talked with Gaur Hari and opened a Pandora box for him. In his mind, he reviewed the devotional practice performed every day and contemplated the meaning and purpose. So he was doing bhakti without feeling, but now start doing bhakti with feeling and doing japa more carefully. Now Achyutananda was 34 years old. He became 34 years old, and he became a Sankirtan leader and a youth preacher there. But after becoming 34 years old, what happened? There, so he joined at the age of 24, 25, as most brahmachari in India do, and now he became 34. But what happened at the age of 34? He started getting some thoughts, some distraction, and some lusty thoughts in his mind. And that little bit distracted him. So journey is not always smooth. Have I taken Madhure Kadamni classes? Well, you are attended, right? Nishtha Gyan Madhure Kadamni there. So in Madhure Kadamni, see now this Pushta Krishna is going different stages of Madhure Kadamni. Because when there's an Anishita Bhajan Kriya, there are 6 stages goes in Anishita Bhajan Kriya. I'll show one PPT. So 5 enemies at unsteady state. So one is sleep, hearing Bhagavatam, others distraction, talk during japa, disinterest, no concentration, unvaishnava traits, kashaya, lust, anger, greed, and pride, and taste for mental enjoyment, rasava, thoughts of sense gratification. So these are the 5 effects of unsteady state. So how when the Anandavati happen, it goes through 6 stages like this. First is Utsahamay. When you go to Utkarsha camp, what you experience? Utsahamay. अभी तो 1 साल में प्योर डिवोटी बन जाएंगे. How many of you felt that? Right? That's called Utsahamay. Then you go your home and you see Prabhuji chanting चला गया. Even 4 day follow principle follow करना मुश्किल हो गया. टीवी देखने बैठ गए. That is called घना तरल. कभी घना कभी तरल. Then comes Vyud Vikalpa. Prabhuji brahmachari बने गृहस्थ बने. How many of this thoughts goes on in the mind? Those who are not married, the thought goes in mind, he should be brahmachari, he should be grihastha. That goes on fluctuating. This is a Vyud Vikalpa stage. Okay, I want to practice very seriously, renounce everything and become a brahmachari. But sometimes the thought may come, oh, no, you are a pretender. Why you're thinking to be brahmachari? You are fit for a grihastha. So like that, Vyud Vikalpa will go on in the mind. Yes or no? Yeah. So now he also came to the state of Vikalpa that I am being harassed by thoughts. What should I do? And Vikalpa is very much disturbing to a person. Yeah. Because rather than focusing on devotion service, you're always thinking, should I take devotion service seriously or should I not take devotion service seriously? Like how many of you go through this struggle? Okay. So this is technically called Anishita Bhajan Kriya, Vyud Vikalpa stage. Right? Or even somebody is a grasta, he is thinking first, should I do my duties or take bhakti seriously? He also get into the business. See, the stages come irrespective of the ashram. The Vyud Vikalpa, where you are confused to take bhakti seriously, it is a stage of Vyud Vikalpa. So indecision, if Grasta ashram is responsible to distract them, a brahmachari, your passion will lead you to be a hypocrite. Then Vishaya Sangara, struggle with the senses, sometimes able to resist temptation, sometimes not. And Niyama Shama is inability to keep vows to chant more on Ekadasi. So when you take bhakti seriously, like how many of you face trouble with sense control? Right? Because you've taken bhakti seriously, that's why feeling the struggle with sense control. Till that time you're not taking bhakti seriously, there's no sense control only. Like you go and ask your friends in the college, do you feel any sense control problem? What is it? No, we don't feel any sense control problem. Our senses are fully controlled. Only thing we don't get sufficient enjoyment for our senses. Like I remember 2004, I became a devotee in ITPHU, and I was going in the train from Varanasi to my home. And somehow the seat what I had, 5 young college girls came there. So somehow I told the TT and changed my seat. But my other friend said, "Arey, what such a fortunate seat you have got. Why you change the seat?" Are you understanding the point? So, so outside people, there is no sense control. Only when we want to take bhakti seriously, then we think, oh, we have to control the senses. Till that time, we think, no, what we will do sense control, what we'll do. We do not take it seriously. And after you have taken sense control seriously, so after you're taking sense control seriously, what happens? Then you want to make vows to take devotional service seriously, but you are not able to do that. Take it spiritualize seriously. Then comes Tarang Rangini. The enjoyment of benefits coming from the devotional service, wealth, position, respect, pleasure that are but mere ripples. So Tarang Rangini ka there. The devotional service goes up and down, and this Tarang Rangini becomes the difficulty there. So उत्साहमयी घना तरल viewed vikalpaha विषय संगड़ा नियम शमन तरंगनी. This 6 stages person go through another state. And same thing was happening with Alex. So now Alex has spent 10 years, but after spending 10 years also he was facing problems. Now how did he sort out those problems? We will see. So Achyutan, now 34-year-old, observed that even after 10 years of active devotional service, the desire for mental enjoyment still haunted him. More specifically, he still contemplated sex. He would catch himself looking at a woman in the temple. Even when visiting with God Hari, now a pujari for Radha and Krishna the farm, Achyutananda would sometimes have unbecoming thoughts about attractive Shilavati, a truly saintly devotee. And for the first time since joining, Achyutananda began to seriously contemplate whether he should marry. But he's thinking, why am I thinking like this? He wondered. After initiation, Achyutananda had weighed the pros and cons of marriage in light of his past experience with women and his relation to Krishna consciousness. He concluded that he should stay celibate and perhaps accept sannyas later in life. Why has my resolve failed? Achyutananda turned to Pusta Krishna, whose marriage of a few years had recently ended with his wife leaving Krishna consciousness. He even telephoned his spiritual master for the first time in their relationship. Both guides advised Achyutananda to reassess his spiritual practices. Those found lacking should be fortified, and those that were sound should be made sounder. Then after some time, Achyutananda should regulate his situation. You may find his Guru Maharaj concluded that whether or not to marry will no longer be an issue. Achyutananda knew that the following period would be a watershed in his devotional life. He tried to control his flickering mind and withdraw it from thoughts of should I or shouldn't do it, or he should then hope. Instead, he tried to fix his mind on the effort to evaluate and regenerate Krishna consciousness. Yet after some years, the expected result of devotional practice, such as increased attachment to Krishna, not forthcoming. Even if certain mental desires found to be vexing, devotees should not doubt whether Krishna consciousness works. Rather, they should investigate their own consciousness and behavior to determine what they are doing to obstruct the fruits of devotional service from life. If with senior guidance their practices are found to be faulted, then they should be patient until the fruits appear in its own time. Right? Now let's see what happens when you come here. Is a suspense. How many of you want to know what happened? Right? So come on time at 4 p.m. here in ashram. In my room only, we'll have the class. Okay. So morning class was just to create a suspense for what is coming in the evening. Right? So suspense will be over. But see why? Before talking about Raghanuga sadhana bhakti, I want to talk about how the bhakti progresses with it. Right? And talk because it's a very serious subject matter. And there will be no online class today evening 4 p.m. because this subject matter cannot be understood. It has to be understand only physically. So I'll wait for you. It's a very, very important. Please do not miss this class. It's a very important subject matter. And because many devotees have gone into wrong track because of not just understanding this subject matter properly, I will tell you those all examples. So everyone is coming in the evening 4 p.m.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So see you in the evening 4 p.m. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.